No doubt it's fun. And it was really fun seeing The Rock embrace that heel persona. Uh, he is our Blue Chew Stiff One of the Week this week. That heel promo that he cut on SmackDown, where he teased the audience by saying that they had just set an attendance record, not only for this city or this building, but for the whole state. The largest gathering of trailer park trash in the history of Utah.
Wow.
Really, really great stuff. An old school Rock promo, a heel Hollywood Rock promo, and pretending, at least for now, to be a member of the bloodline. Just 2 weeks after he was nose to nose with Roman, he's on their side. Felt a little nation of domination right there at the end, except maybe there's some clues there. I liked the pivot to heel Rock. I know that people love his catchphrases and they want to scream it out like it's a Rocky Horror Picture Show participation. I get that. But goodness gracious, heel Rock. Good stuff, man. I enjoyed
I
it.
didn't think I'd see that, to be honest with you. At this stage of Rock's career, I would have, and again, I don't know Dwayne Johnson at all. We never really had a conversation, so I don't know what makes him tick. But at this stage of his career, it surprises me that he would fully embrace that heel role. I'm glad he did. The audience obviously digs it. It's taken him back to 1999, I guess, kind of a heel Rock era at that point. So the audience is digging it. I'm just relatively surprised. I mean, there was talk a couple months ago about him exploring the idea of running for president. I think that's probably out the window.
Yeah.
He won't be campaigning anytime soon in Utah, but who knows? We'll see.
I wanted to ask you, when you think about the way they've done this pivot, what score would you give them? Like, clearly this wasn't the original plan, but it feels like they've got a lot of momentum after the pivot. If you were a school teacher and you're grading their work here, how have they pulled off the pivot to you? What score would they earn?
Well, definitely an A+ for effort, because that was a hell of a bobble.
Yeah.
And a hell of a pivot. And to be able to recover it all, I think it gets them an automatic B. And given the nuances and some of the details and the focus on creating anticipation, because that's what this is all about. We know we're going to get the action. We've got pretty solid story. The reality of this situation, given even just the basic premise for Cody Rhodes, finishing the story, that's real. That's based on actual events regarding his father, Dusty, and thinking he was going to get the championship and then having it in his hands, but you didn't really get it. I mean, that's all real. This is a scripted story based on reality in a sense. The surprise, surprising enough, The Rock showed up on the scene in the middle of it all, so they got that covered. So the 5 elements that it takes to make a great story are all there. They've checked the box, but it seems like they're turning up the volume on the anticipation so much that effort gets me up into a B+ or an A- type of grade, I think, for where they are currently. We'll see how it evolves, but how would you not give your students a B+ to an A-, not only for the pivot, but for the details, the story, and the attention to detail that this is getting so far, and the fact that they're giving themselves a couple different options to get out of it, or to end it, I should say, not get out of it. That makes it sound like a burden. They'll have an opportunity to end this story, this movie called WrestleMania, any number of different ways at this point.
Let's talk about a few other news and notes, and then we'll get into our topic today, Super Brawl from 25 years ago. Jennifer Pepperman departed WWE recently. She was a writer, been with the company since 2017, so she actually predated you and Bruce before y'all went back to WWE. Did you ever work with her during your time in WWE, and what'd you think of Jennifer, if so?
We became pretty good friends.
Wow.
And still are. She is an amazing writer, but an even more amazing person. She is tough. I mean, when I say tough, I mean, she can work under pressure as well or better than on anybody that I've worked with. She doesn't get rattled. And I saw her in some situations where a lot of people would have crumbled. And she's strong, she's tough, she's extremely talented, and just a great person to be around. I was frankly surprised.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
You said you were frankly surprised.
I was frankly surprised to see that she was leaving.
I see.
She was really, I'm sorry, I should have finished the sentence because that could have been misleading, which is why you were confused. But no, she was so good, she's so talented, so tough. I'm surprised that she's leaving, but again, because she is talented, I know she was interested in writing. She was working on a movie script, at least a year or two ago, and I think she's probably leaning that direction. She's been around wrestling now for 7 years, a long time. That's like 2 lifetimes in any other business, especially at the level she was working at. So I understand it. She's got, I think she's got a son in college. She's living in New York and commuting into Connecticut all the time. So that's tough. So maybe she's just looking for a transition, but I can't say enough good things about her. Jen Pepperman was a just amazing writer and is an amazing person. And I would love the opportunity to work with people like her day of the week. So I'm sure she's going to do well.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson here to tell you a little more about what adfreeshows.com is all about. Get early, ad-free access to more than a dozen of your favorite wrestling podcasts every single week, starting at just $9. That's less than 20 cents an episode each month. And yes, you can listen to them all directly through Apple Podcasts or your regular podcast apps. How easy is that? Ad-free shows also has thousands of hours worth of bonus content and docuseries like Title Chase, Eric Fires Back, Conversations with Conrad, and The Insiders. Plus new series like The Book with David Crockett, Monday Mailbags with Mike Chioda and Nick Patrick, and a whole lot more. And you want to talk about early? You can't get any earlier than listening to the shows live. You can be a part of the live studio audience as we record the podcast. Plus, ride shotgun alongside your favorite childhood heroes for live watch-alongs, Q&As, and other interactive experiences every single month. Come on now, see for yourself what thousands of other wrestling fans from around the world have discovered, that adfreeshows.com is the best value in wrestling. Check it out today, and hey, when you do, the first week is completely free. adfreeshows.com.